How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do and share me with your friends. All right, so let's get started. I was debating on whether I should post this video so soon, and I thought to myself, well, if you've already started your 2020 bullet journal setup, chances are you're already ready to start January. So let me introduce to you my theme for the very first month of 2020, which is the 90s. There's a lot of themes that are trending right now for 2020. The two main ones are obviously the winter spreads as well as the roaring 20s, since we are in, how many times am I going to say 20s in this video? My God. Anyway, you get the idea. But I'm not typically the trendy, follow the pack kind of person. So I'm just gonna start with the one thing that brings me the most joy, which is the 90s. And here you can see I'm setting up the monthly spread as well as my first weekly spread. I've also integrated some stickers that I bought from AliExpress that are all 90s themed. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Now, the pack of stickers themselves, it's not a sticker like a 1990s sticker pack. It's just a pack of like pink stickers and random ones collected, but I pulled out the ones that reminded me of the 90s and decided to integrate them into my bullet journal spread. I was gonna draw out everything, but I don't know, I like the idea of the stickers, and I'm definitely gonna be doing plan with me's later on. So these spreads are going to look pretty plain, but once you start filling out all of the plans and tasks and appointments, and then even journal entries and habit trackers and whatnots, it's going to get completely full. So you'll see that I have stickers laid out for each specific page, and I'm not gonna lie, I struggled with the color choices. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, so I referenced my swatch page to pick the right Papermate pens, and then what I did was, I was like, well, maybe I'll just stick with one color scheme. I go, you know what, no. I'm gonna have a different color scheme for each individual page. So what I did was I offset the colors a little bit. So for example, on the page that I'm working on right now, I'm using a pink cassette tape, but inside the cassette tape is a bit of yellow. So I'm making the yellow more prominent and then doing pink title days, I guess? Titles, I don't know. So it's kind of like the opposite color layout of what the sticker is. So it doesn't look like it's too much pink or too much yellow. See? Pretty. And because to me space is very valuable, I'm trimming off the white excess of each sticker. Now, I am not about to ignore the Tamagotchi that I used in the first weekly spread, but I will say that I liked Gigapets better. If you were a 90s kid, what did you prefer, Tamagotchis or Gigapets? Let me know in the comments below. So on the cassette tape, it says 90s best hits. I may or may not add in titles to my favorite tracks of the 90s. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it blank for now until I decide what I want to do in January. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is where I made a mistake. Expect to make mistakes in your bullet journal and be okay with them. So as you can see, I added in an extra day and I didn't need to do that. So I was like, shit. I had to go and get the correction tape and delete this whole section. And then I decided, I'm just gonna stick the sticker right up in the top corner and just kind of make it like an overlapping kind of thing. So I liked it. I liked how it turned out. And then this is one of my favorite stickers because I say rad all the time. Dude, that's so rad. I'm a total 90s kid. Oh God, no shame. So with this sticker, I cut it in half because I'm gonna use it right dead center of the book. And this is when I decided to create one color scheme for this entire week across the 2 pages. So I'm like, brilliant. I feel like my janky ruler needs a theme song. Janky ruler, what's up with that janky ruler? Yeah, I had no idea what colors to use with this sticker because it was pastel. It didn't match any of the other stickers that I had, but I wanted to use this one so bad. So I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just wing it. So I'm now here to tell you, don't be a total psychopath when it comes to doing your spreads. Chill out, don't be a perfectionist, and it'll turn out great. Shout out to everyone who was forced to get up as a kid to change the channel on the TV dials because grandma or grandpa didn't have a remote control. I feel you, I was there too. And using my janky ruler, I decided to create a separate section. For what reason? I don't even know. I'm gonna let January me figure that out. Does anyone under the age of 30 even know what this is? Please don't say the save icon, because if you think it's a save icon, don't let me catch you in the streets. If you know what this is, type it in the comments below. So I found this font on Google that I thought was so rad, and I decided to use that as my January title. But instead of using the same colors that was in the photo, I decided to use the colors that were in the sticker that was on the same page. And I have to say that I really, really love how this turned out. But leaving it like this to me felt really plain. I needed to integrate some of that green, so I decided to do a drop shadow, which was a huge thing in the 90s, and then I didn't want it to be so structured, so I decided to just do like a scribbled drop shadow, and then I incorporated that throughout the monthly spread and all the weekly spreads, and I felt like the scribbled drop shadow was a very retro thing to do. Now I'm adding in my productivity level tracker, which, man, if you've never done anything like this before, I highly recommend it if you are trying to up your productivity and just sort of compile a bunch of data on how much work you actually do throughout every day of the month. This thing is beyond fascinating and has really changed how I approach every single day. And this is me ruling out a bunch of lines. I'm gonna skip ahead because this, even at 20 times the speed, is still a minute long, and I don't think that's necessary. So with this year's productivity tracker, I had a section for planning, but you can see that I never used it. I don't know, I just don't feel like adding that section will benefit me, so I added an extra level in this year's tracker, and I think that's gonna be really cool, hitting level 4, max capacity, productivity. Now, because this is one giant habit tracker, I didn't need to do any other pages, and I felt weird leaving it like that. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna do one last January page. And since I currently don't have any specific plans, I decided to title it January Scribbles. So it could be like a journal entry page or I don't know, a monthly overview page. I don't know. Whatever I'm feeling. And I decided to use the really cool 90s font to tie in all the extra scribbled backdrop shadows. And there you have it, my 1990s theme for January of 2020. And I am so thrilled with how this turned out. I love it so much. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the little bell icon so you can be notified every time I post a video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.